Cypher, I've finished unpacking the last of my equipment. Between your ship's onboard systems and my custom apparatus, you'll soon have the finest in-flight laboratory in the sector.
You'll make us the envy of the fleet.
Then I'll refrain from publicizing it. Officially, of course, I'm in semi-retirement, monitoring background radiation somewhere in the Zetan wastes. Unofficially, I'm very much looking forward to traveling with you.
Understood, Doctor. I've never been to the Zetan wastes, and we've never met.
An excellent start. I expect this should prove very interesting. Should you need anything from me, you only have to ask. Although if you want my genetic code rewritten, let me know before we leave the ship.
I thought you could become a Rakghoul whenever you wanted.
It's somewhat more complicated and time-consuming. Well, nothing to be concerned with, but rarely an option in the field. Good day.
Last night, we ate our first ration bar since leaving the nest. We savored the flavor for 2 hours. We could taste every nutrient, every chemical compound and trace of foil. Do you know what joining the Killiks does to a person's senses?
Should I be sending you on more nighttime missions?
We can't see into every spectrum or smell poison under our nose, but our eyesight has improved. That does bring up something we want to discuss. How do you see our role as operative on your team?
You're a capable partner, and I value your input.
And our skill set? Keeper described us as a covert assault agent. Our role as Dawn Herald gives us that capacity. We just don't know if that's the only reason we're here, or if it should be.
You have abilities I don't, as does your nest. We should use them.
We see. We'll give that due consideration. Thank you for your help, Agent.
Hey, I'm worried your shooting's a little off. All that tech stuff weighing you down. We ever go blasters only, your kill count won't look good next to mine.
I'm going to assume that's your natural good cheer.
You assume right. No one hunting me down, no exes mooning over me. Last time I cleaned house, I was playing Anarchist on Brental. Feels good to be free again.
That's not the first time you've talked about Brental. What did you do there?
The whole anarchy, freedom, destruction thing. Politics and bombs. The naivete of youth. Of course, now I've matured. I need to figure out a plan. I could go after a big score, try something other than spy games. You could come with me.
I'm not going anywhere. I have a job to do.
Why do I even bother? Forget I said anything.
The dispatch from Cypher 4 is in. More Republic support on Manaan.
Proceed with the operation. I'll hold on. Sir, I thought you'd been assigned to the front lines. What brings you to headquarters?
I have some research I want to do. I was hoping to visit the data archives.
Of course, but you really don't have to come all this way. I can assign analysts to you.
Go. They'll be suspicious soon. Security cameras, gas vents, lockdowns. Your personnel files are here, everything on your brainwashing. But you need to keep this secret.
I need a way to cut the power. Black out the monitors temporarily.
If you can find a power generator, you can sabotage security. You'll have a window in which to access the files unseen, but it won't last.
Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword cross-reference. Cypher 9, Watcher X, Killik joining, SLV-16 serum.
Searching. One record found. Displaying abstract. Security Directive 101-3A. I hereby approve the application of Castellan restraints to designate Cypher 9. Despite her effectiveness, certain Lords of the Sith have expressed concern over her confrontation with Darth Javis. Although the outcome was ultimately positive, no Cypher agent should ever threaten a Dark Council member. This safeguard will allow anyone with the keyword to shut down and reprogram Cypher 9's mind. She will be no danger to the Sith or the Empire. Security override. Terminal shutting down. Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword Castellan restraints and reversal.
One record found. Displaying abstract.
In most subjects, implementation takes between 3 and 30 days, as the IX serum circulates and rewires the brain. Once the serum is fully absorbed, the subject is primed. We apply a keyword, basic commands, and wipe his memory. No way to reverse the treatment has been developed. Theoretically, one could repeat the cycle and apply a new keyword. However, physical side effects of repeated IX serum usage could prove inhibiting. I strongly advise against it.
Security override. Terminal shutting down. Power reserves low. Access denied due to security lockdown.
Search records. Keyword, IX serum.
Downloading chemical schematic. Displaying addendum. We will be unable to formulate new doses of IX serum until our supply of Dimalium-6 is replenished. Recommend additional forces to Republic-occupied world of Quesh immediately, as the planet's chemical mines remain our only source. Security override. Terminal shutting down.
Now you know. You did your job well, so they stole your free will. With the IX serum, you can get it back.
The Sith wanted me programmed. I doubt they left the old Keeper much choice.
He left you with even less.
This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. We've restored power. Please proceed to the exit.
Cypher, I'm so sorry. Must have been a power surge. Probably lightning. You're alright?
Did the whole Citadel go dark? Or just the archives?
Archives plus a few secondary systems. No harm done. We do need to hold you until this is cleared up. Nothing personal, but you were down there unmonitored. And, you know.
There's no time. The information I found is vital, and I have to reach a contact immediately.
Keeper said you might need a loose rein. Fine, but we may call you back later. Go.
They really do need to insulate those generators better, don't you think?
So, here's what I figure. Every morning you get up, you exercise, you check your gear, you do your thing to prep. You've got flowcharts tattooed on your eyelids. Me, I'm lucky when I don't crawl out of bed drooling on the floor. How is it I keep up with you? Am I just that good, or does dirty fighting beat training after all?
You're forgetting something. I save your life every fight we're in.
Maybe, but you'd be dead without me, too. Admit it. We're a good team. You with the gimmicks and me with the rough stuff. We're not tripping over each other anymore. Took a while, but you and me, we're a synced-up death machine.
Teamwork goes a long way. Imagine if we actually practiced together.
I don't need to get that good. You want to go arms shopping together, though? Let me know.
Agent, we hope you don't mind, but we were wondering something. Do you have a family, siblings, a husband, people to go home to after a mission?
Not much room for that in our line of work.
We suppose not. We're just trying to understand how anyone in this job keeps a tether to the real world. None of us can exist in isolation forever.
You can live apart from the civilian world. You just don't do it alone.
We see. It's odd, living outside the nest. There's an intimacy among the kind that can't be replaced. Still, to bridge that gap between persons, we'll remember your advice.
This is Quesh Control to Intelligence Vessel. Your docking permit is approved, but your arrival is unscheduled. Please state your purpose.
Quesh Control, I'm sending you a list of chemical compounds I'd like delivered to my ship.
I can't help you, sir. I'm not authorized to access our chemical inventory. I suggest you contact Administrator Croyus planetside. He oversees all chemical warehousing.
Point me to the Administrator, and I'll be out of your hair.
Uploading directions now. Stay safe, sir. Republic forces are close to the base, and we can't guarantee protection. Quesh Control out.
Find the chemicals. Make the serum. You will be free again.
If the canisters were damaged, the Bospiridium gas will eat both flesh and circuits. You understand, my toy? Yes, now clean it up and incinerate the bodies. They're contaminated now.
Administrator Croyus?
Yes, the intelligence operative. Control informed me of your situation. I wish you told me in advance.
Did you say incinerate the bodies?
Incompetent workforce. I ran Greg the Hut spice warehousing on Kessel, and it was no better then. 07, fetch! Now! You'll have your samples presently. Unfortunately, I'm out of Dimalium-6. The Republic seized that chem mine some time ago, and their transports are under guard.
Your only job is to supply the Empire with chemicals. And you can't even do that.
Blame your muff. Or pay a visit to Chem Mine Delta yourself. I've done my best to sate your people's appetites for hallucinogenic tea, mind eaters, or what have you. I think you'd appreciate it.
Here's the chemical supplier. He helped them change you. Are you going to let him continue his work?
Operative?
You have no idea the damage you've done.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
One blaster shot, spilled chemicals, an explosion. No evidence of murder. Make him pay if you like.
Please, my relationship with intelligence has profited us all.
The Dimalium-6 operations are over. You no longer supply it for the Empire.
That isn't my decision to make, but I'll do my best to comply.
You've changed nothing, only slowed it a while.
Let me guess. Next step? Assault a Republic chemical transport.
Can you feel it? Serum begins its work, bonding to spinal fluid, retracing neural pathways. Painful. Effective.
I'm not worried about the symptoms. I want my mind back.
The serum's course is unpredictable and it will take time, but you will be free from the brainwashing. For now, the SIS is waiting. They won't recognize your chance to escape when it comes, but I will.
Codename Saber to Codename Leggett. We've been waiting for your all clear. Everything all right?
Things are going surprisingly well.
Glad to hear it. You're part of the team and we worry. Master Koth has another mission for you. He wants you heading to the Hoth system soon as possible. Contact him once you arrive. Saber out.
You wanted to talk?
Yes. The suns are warmer here. Nothing that smells so green when the gamma bursts come.
Vector, are you all right?
We must go. Auras mingle. Apologies, Agent. Emissaries from our nest. They stowed away aboard the ship and have accompanied us since we left Alderaan. They're becoming quite sociable.
There was something you wanted to discuss?
The Killiks of Alderaan know little of the galaxy, only what they absorb through joiners. Our journey teaches them a great deal, but there is something that intrigues us, intrigues the nest. The fate of our lost kin.
I found colicoids, geonosians, other insectoids, but no Killiks off Alderaan.
We're not surprised. Alderaan has only a handful of nests, sleeping beneath the castle lands and awakening every few centuries. The other Killiks migrated off-world millennia ago. No one knows what became of them, or whether they survived. But the migration is a primal memory. We miss them.
If the Citadel has any record of Killik encounters, we can find out.
We appreciate that, Agent. It may help. We don't know if it's truly important to find them, but as Dawn Herald, we'll be watching.
Cypher, join us. Vector and I were just discussing Moff Letshara.
We never met her, of course.
Quite fortunate, that. But Vector did know her husband, a fine Dejarik player and a scribe of the Ilfmar Gambit.
We apparently share the Doctor's taste in theatre.
I didn't know you were interested in theatre.
Think of it as a testing ground for human nature, much like the game of Dejarik.
We can finish this later, Doctor.
Your crew members are delightful people. For instance, did you know Mistress Kaleo is fluent in Kalish profanities? A rare and admirable skill. I wonder how you manage them. Leadership is such a delicate thing.
You sound like you've thought about this.
I confess it had crossed my mind. A dead or alienated colleague is a resource lost, and in our business, it's a small step from being disliked to being blacklisted.
I appreciate the benefit of your experience.
And I appreciate your company. But I'm afraid I have to attend to my data analysis program. Another time, Cypher.